Hi guys, good morning. Well, it's morning for me. Today is Wednesday, April 29th, 2020, and we are going to learn how to make a clock today and to tell the time to the hour on the clock. So you're going to need a couple things. If you have a paper plate, that would work out best. Um, if not, then you're going to need a piece of paper. You're going to need, whether you have a plate or whether you have, if you're going to use a piece of paper to draw your clock, then you're going to also need another piece of paper. If you're using a plate, you're going to need an additional piece of paper. Now, your second piece of paper, if you have some thicker paper at home, like some oak tag or some construction paper, or maybe if mom or dad have a folder, like a file folder at home that you can cut, you're going to need to use for the hands of the clock. If you don't, regular paper is fine. It just might tear more easily. So if you want to pause me, get your things, a plate and a piece of paper, or two pieces of paper, or if you have a folder, pair of scissors, two paper clips, and then a pencil. All right, so pause me, go get your stuff, and come back. All right, welcome back. So first thing, if you have a paper plate, awesome. If not, then you need to take your piece of paper and draw a big circle that's going to be used for your clock, and then cut it out. And when you're ready, you're going to take your big circle. You're going to take your pencil. I'm going to use a marker so it shows up better. And the first thing we need to do is write the numbers that are on the clock. Now, we're going to start. We're not going to go quite in number order here, so make sure your listening ears are on. We're going to start with the number 12 at the very top of our clock. Then we're going to go straight down to the bottom of the clock, and you're going to write a number 6. Right? Then we're going to go back up to the middle, put your finger in the middle, slide over to the right, and we're going to put a number 3. And then from your 3, you're going to slide to the other side of your clock and put a 9. Okay, so you should have 12, 6, 3, and 9. Okay, now we're going to go back and fill in the numbers that are missing. We're going to leave a little space between our numbers. Okay, so we're going to start with 1. Wait till I show you. And then 2. Okay, so I gave some space. I put my 1, gave some space. There's my 2. Then I have some space. There's my 3. Now we need our 4 and our 5. So you can write those on. Okay. Now you guys have a pencil, so if you end up with your numbers too close, you can erase, you can fix it, don't worry. And then we're going to go to our 6 is already there, so we need our 7 and our 8. And then our 9 is already there, so we need our 10 and our 11. Okay, 10, 11 is a 1 and a 1, and then we're at our 12. Okay, so I had told you before that the numbers start with 1. So obviously there's our 1. So count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Very good. Now this part of a clock is called the face of a clock. Just like you have a face, I'll cover my face. This is the face of the clock. Now we're going to put on the hands of the clock. So you want to take your piece of paper or your folder, whatever you're going to use to make your hands. Now you might need mom or dad's assistance. Watch. If you think, I don't know if I can do that, then go ask them for help, okay? So you're going to draw a rectangle, a skinny rectangle. There's my skinny rectangle. And then at the top of my rectangle, I'm going to put a triangle. So it looks like that. Okay. Then I need to make a shorter rectangle. Still skinny, but shorter than my first one. And then on that, we're going to also put a triangle. So it almost looks like 2 towers. You have your taller and your shorter, okay? Then you're going to cut those out. And you're going to cut them out, keeping the rectangle and the triangle connected. You're not cutting them out separately. You want to keep your tower connected. So when you cut it out, it should look something like that. That's my taller one. And then you want to do your shorter one. So these are going to be the hands to your clock. Okay. So I have my taller one and my shorter one. Okay. Now, these have special names besides the hands of the clock. The shorter one is called the hour hand. That tells us the hour. Like if we say 10 o'clock, it's the hour of 10. 8 o'clock, it's the hour of 8. 12 o'clock, it's the hour of 12. Then the longer one is the minute hand. That tells us the minutes. It's 5 minutes past 8, or it's 15 minutes past 8, or it's 30 minutes past 8. Okay, the longer one keeps track of the minutes. The shorter one keeps track of the hours. Okay, so say it with me. Hour hand, minute hand. Good. Now, you know how I like to use songs when we can. There is a song for the hands of the clock. So I'm going to sing it to you, and then I would like you to try to sing it with me. Okay? Do you guys know the song, I'm a Little Teapot? You might have sang it when you were maybe 2 or 3. I'm a little teapot, short and stout. Here is my handle, here is my spout. All right, well, this is sung to the same tune, but it has some different words. Okay? I'm a smaller hour hand, short and stout. I tell the hour and give a shout. I'm a larger minute hand, big and tall. I tell the minute, and that is all. You try with me. I'm a smaller hour hand, short and stout. I tell the hour and give a shout. I'm a larger minute hand, big and tall. I tell the minute, and that is all. All right, so we're going to take our hands that we have made and we need to put them onto our clock. Now, if you have one of those little brass fasteners like we used at school, It's like a little gold thing with a round top to it, and the ends of it kind of split out after you poke it in something. That would be the best thing. But I figure not many of us are going to have those at home. So that's why I said to get 2 paper clips. All right, so if you're using a paper plate, you might need mom or dad's help to poke a hole in the middle. If you're using paper, you can take your scissors and poke a hole in the middle of your plate, or your paper. So I'm going to do that. This is a thick paper plate. I'm going to poke a hole in the middle. Okay. And then I'm going to put one of my paper clips through the middle. Okay. Then I'm going to hook on my other paper clip to my first paper clip and kind of twist the first paper clip or push it together a little bit so it closes. So it's something, you can see something like that. Right, then your hands. You want to put your minute hand on first. So you're going to poke that onto your paper clip, or poke your paper clip through that one, like that. And then you're going to put on your hour hands, like that. And mine came off, so you'll have like that. Maybe you don't need 2 paper clips, maybe you just need 1 paper clip. I'm going to take off my second one. Yeah, I guess you just need, I guess just 1 would be okay. One paper clip would work. Up to you. If you have 2, whatever works for you. Alright, now, might be a little tricky to move the hands, but we're going to try. So I want you to try your best. Put your minute hand, which is your tall hand, pointing to your 12. My 12 got covered up, but it's right there. All right. Then take your hour hand, the shorter one, and point it to the 3. Okay. Now, this says 3 o'clock. Whenever we read time to the hour, we're going to say o'clock. Okay. Remember, in math, we always have to say special kinds of words that go with numbers. When we did our temperature, it was degrees. When we did our money, when our coins, it's cents. When we talked about the paper money, it was dollars. When we were measuring, it was in inches. So now when we're doing time to the hour, we're going to say o'clock. Instead of just saying it's 3, Mommy. It's 3 what? It's 3 o'clock. Hi.
Did I mess up your video?
Yes.
Can you restart?
No. Okay, we're almost done. Jackson can just wait. All right, now you're going to keep your minute hand to the 12 and try to change your hour hand down to the 5. So this would be 5 o'clock. Now take your hour hand and move it over to the 8. And this would say 8 o'clock. And take your hour hand up to 11. And this would say 11 o'clock. Very good. So notice when we're telling time to the hour hand is the only thing that we need to change. The minute hand is always going to stay on the 12 when we're trying to tell time to the hour. So if I say, let's find 4 o'clock, your minute hand stays here. Your hour hand goes to the 4. 7 o'clock. So your hour hand stays here, or your minute hand stays here, and your hour hand goes to 7. Okay? So practice. Have mom or dad tell you some times to find on your clock. Ask them to tell you when it's 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, and then go and fix your clock to match that time. Okay? Remember, tall is the minute hand, short is the hour hand, and telling time to the hour, the minute hand is always going to be at the 12. All right, have fun practicing your telling time to the hour, and I will see you next time.